get right into it. So if you follow me on TikTok, you already know this. One of my main objectives is to help people realize that you can still, remain fit even if you're a busy professional. So that's exactly what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about, listen, getting as fit as possible and staying fit as a busy professional. I was able to do it. It's obviously not easy or everyone would do it, but it helps a lot. It helps your self-esteem, your health, everything, right? So these are 6 must-do habits as a busy professional to lose fat and keep it off. Let's get right into it. All right, so self-limiting beliefs is going to be the absolute worst one. All right, this literally can just trump everything else. All right, this could literally trump everything else because you can have everything you need in place, and then you can have these limiting beliefs that make you not even take action. Because when you have self-limiting beliefs, it's literally basically doubt, and when you have doubt, guess what happens? You don't take action because you don't have confidence in the results that you can attain or you're able to attain, right? Because you got to put your energy in faith or doubt. You can't put them in both. All right. A lot of you guys put in doubt, and then you're not able to reach your goals because before you even attempt it, you doubt it. All right. So first one is I don't have enough time. So story about this, guys. I remember I used to go to the gym, and there was some guy, right? And this is when I was working like what 60 hours a week in Gainesville, and I was in pretty good shape. So now I went back down to South Florida to work out or whatever, and then a friend of mine, we used to be in the gym together, and he was like, "Oh, you're in great shape, man. You're looking great, man. If I had as much time as you, man, I would do the same thing." And I was like, "How long you spend in the gym?" He was like, "Spend about 2 hours in the gym." I was like, "Okay. Well, how many hours do you work?" He was like, "I work 40 hours." I was like, "Well, I work 60." I just prioritize my time, guys. So when people say they don't have enough time, they just don't know how to prioritize their time. Another thing is you don't have to spend 7 days in the gym. You don't have to spend 5 days in the gym either, right? And we all inherently know that. We just like to use that as an excuse so we can feel better about ourselves. But in reality, you do have enough time. All right. I've even had clients work 70 hours, 80 hours. I've even had a client work 84 hours, guys, and they still got it done. Obviously, they're not working out 7 days a week, but they still were able to lose fat because guess what? They prioritize their meal prepping. They prioritize their working out, right, on the days they were off. A lot of us say we don't have time, but then we eat shit, right? You control what you eat, do you not? Or did someone hold a gun to your head and make you eat like shit? All right. So if you don't have time to go to the gym for some reason, if you were to clean up your nutrition, if you're overweight and you're cleaning up your nutrition, you would lose weight, guys. All right. You would still lose weight. Another one is I don't have good genetics. Now, before I started my fitness journey when I was super skinny, people were like, yeah, you just have bad genetics. And then, now people are like, yeah, the only reason you look like this is because you have good genetics. So people are always going to use this as a buffer or as like a negative compliment or as like that's the reason you're lean and I'm not, kind of to project, but also make themselves feel better, right? Another thing is healthy food is too expensive. So is, cardiovascular disease. So is type 2 diabetes. You know, in the long run, if you do not take care of your health, in the long run, you will have type 2 diabetes, which leads into dialysis and all these other things. But also, if you really just want to be super cheap, you can literally stick to like oatmeal, rice, chicken breast, tuna. If you're really trying to be cheap and you'll lose weight and you'll be healthy, and fruits and vegetables like banana, pineapples, you can really still find you can budget and really find pretty inexpensive food. But also, when you eat out, which a lot of people do, you don't track how much you're spending, right? But since you don't want to eat healthy, you actually pay attention to like how much it costs when you go buy healthy food, right? I've seen a lot of people spend like 150 on a grocery, not a grocery bill, on a going out to eat and getting margaritas and things like that, but they don't pay attention to the bill. And then they spend 150 on groceries for the entire week, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is too much." Really? All right. Another thing is a lot of you guys think that only cardio works, strength training doesn't work. That couldn't be further from the truth. I'll have to make a whole video about that. I don't want to yap about that. That'll take too long. And then, of course, the infamous I've tried everything, nothing works. You tried a lot of things, but you weren't consistent. You bounce from thing to thing. Like if you do something for 2 weeks and then something else for 2 weeks, you didn't give the first thing enough time to actually work. And that's where shiny object syndrome comes in. All right. One of the most important things, guys. All right. So you don't want to have self-limiting beliefs. Number one, you want to change your mindset. Number two, you want to make sure you meal prep. It's a cheat code, guys. It's literally a cheat code. It puts you in the best position. It puts your future self in the best position to win. All right. Because when you meal prep, all right, when you take an hour aside of your time to meal prep, it's going to help you throughout the week because then you're going to be coming home and be like, damn, I'm so hungry. Oh, I wanted to grab fast food. And then in the fridge is a cooked meal already. So you're already good to go. You'll stay on track. When you're eating on time, it's easier also for you not to crave a lot of foods. And then another thing is like you want to stick to like very similar high protein meals. You don't want to have, seven different meal preps for the week. That'll be too overwhelming, and complicated recipes make it harder to be consistent, obviously. All right, now, like I said, one of the things you want to focus on is strength training. Strength training is going to give you more bang for your buck, guys. It's going to help you lose more fat in the long run. Number one. Number two is going to build muscle, which is going to speed up that metabolism, right? So, as a busy professional, especially as a nurse, you're usually getting like a lot of steps in. So, the thing you really want to focus on is the strength training to build muscle. And like I said, cardio is cool, it's good, but most fat loss comes from strength training coupled with a calorie deficit that's high in protein. All right. Next, this is a good one, guys. A lot of us on our off days, we are watching Netflix and Hulu and everything, and we're just drinking some wine. Maybe we're eating some, cookies and some fried food, and we're just sitting there doing absolutely nothing our entire off day. Like when it says off day on the schedule, we don't even wake up early, right? And here's how I look at it. It's like, don't you want to wake up early so you can actually like spend time with yourself, take care of yourself, all that stuff? But no, we just sleep until like 12 p.m. and we eat like shit. And we go to sleep at 8 to get ready for work. And we wake up back up at 5 a.m. for work the next day, right? Being active on your rest days is going to ensure that your activity level is high. And like people don't realize this, but like when you're active, the more you're active throughout the week, obviously the faster your metabolism will be. Slightly, it's not significant, but it's slight enough. Especially if you're going for like a 10K step walk versus just getting 1K steps on your off day because you're just sedentary, right? So try intramural sports, walks, hikes. If you used to play tennis in high school, do some of that. If you used to do soccer in high school, it's a good way to meet people as well. And when you're actually doing sports, what you don't do is count steps because you're having so much fun. So that's one of the key things to sports. I know a lot of people used to play like football or basketball in high school, and they're like, "I was so lean in high school." It's because you're literally getting like 30,000 steps, but you're having so much fun that you're not counting it, right? Or you're so focused on a different goal that you're not counting it. So intramural sports is really good. All right. Next, apply your work mindset to fitness. It's one of the biggest things. Like a lot of you guys say you lack motivation or you lack discipline, but you show up to work early every single day. You show up if it's raining, if there's sleet, if there's snow, if you're sick, if you feel tired, if you have a headache. You show up no matter what. Why? Because you know that if you don't show up to work, you'll either get fired or you won't get paid. Same thing with this. Same thing with the fitness journey. If you don't show up consistently, you won't get the results. All right. So if you don't put in the work, you won't get paid. The concept of reaping and sowing is the same in fitness as it is in work. And I've seen, especially single moms who work, I've seen single moms with like the most insane schedules. And I'm like, if you can get that done, fitness, like if you apply that same 50% of that mindset to fitness, you'll be good. Because I've seen single moms go to school, then work, work two different jobs, then take care of the kids, do all of that, right? I'm like, if you apply 50% of that mindset to fitness of like showing up, you know what I mean, for yourself, then you will be fine. Like it'll be too easy, right? Because that's harder, right? And people don't understand like getting your bachelor's is low key harder than like the fitness journey, guys. If you're getting a bachelor's in like nursing or any STEM field, it's going to be harder than nursing because you got to show up consistently. Like, how do you get your degree, guys? You show up consistently. You show up every single day. When it's raining outside, you're like, oh, well, I need attendance. I need points for attendance. I need to show up to this exam. I need to show up to this. I need to show up to that. That's how you get your bachelor's, guys. You don't just magically get a bachelor's. You got to show up day in and day out. Same thing is with the physique. Like, you're not going to be motivated every single day for the gym. I would say 40% of the time I'm not like super motivated, but it's just something I do. It's second nature, right? And you want it to get to that point where it's second nature because you guys got to remember that this journey is not about you just like getting the goals and going back to your old habits. It's about you becoming the person that can not only get the goals but maintain the goals. All right, so you reach the goals and maintain the goals. All right, my favorites. Ironically, I'm making this on the weekend. But guys, listen, stop taking weekends off. Like this weekend mentality shit is like insane. Like, oh, it's the weekend, I'm gonna relax. Like the weekend is literally, I mean, it's 2 days, but you guys make it Friday too. I've seen people make Friday the weekend. So that's 3 days. So that's almost 40% of your week. So now if you're having margaritas and a bunch of fried food on Friday night and then Saturday, same thing, and then Sunday brunch, you're literally offsetting everything you did during the week. But weekends and holidays kind of have like the same mentality. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm done. I could relax now. And it's like, you're not, I mean, listen, you're up to, you could relax if you want to, but if you're like trying to reach fitness goals, if you're trying to like lose fat and stay lean, taking your foot off the gas that significantly is not going to help you reach your goals. Like a lot of you guys eat good during the week and then you eat like shit during the weekends. And then you wonder why your waist circumference is increasing, why you can't fit into your pants. why you're trying to wear baggy shirts, why you have to keep, buying bigger clothes constantly. And it's because your weekends are absolutely horrible, right? They're just so horrible. Like, eating good during the week pretty much doesn't count if you eat like shit during the weekends. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. Like, on the weekends, you literally offset everything. Like, so guys, if you're a busy professional and you need to lose fat, these are the things that you want to incorporate, guys. It's super essential. It's worked for my clients and it's worked for me as well. Hope you guys have a blessed day.